Are we live? Yes, we are live. Yo, 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 yo. Papa 40, check your rollies. It's crime time. All right. Welcome, everybody, to another edition. And by the way, I named the show the Primetime Gorehound Show. What do you think, Paul?
I like it.
Okay, yeah. I figured add a little another dimension to this Primetime Podcast channel. And tonight we are going to be sitting back, relaxing, chilling on cool, watch some people. I'm sorry. But we're going to watch Scream 3. Scream, the infamous Scream 3, the dark the redheaded stepchild of the Scream movies. Now, Paul, I told you before we went on the air, this is my first time watching this movie in a long ass time. So it's kind of like watching this movie for the first time again. Now, I gotta warn you because I'm get this out the way. Yes, I did see the new stream, and I will reserve my thoughts on that when me and Paul have that discussion. Maybe not a good idea to watch this stream after watching the new stream, but hey, I'm excited for it, and I see John. I see what's going on, John.
Hey, Jim.
Um, but yeah, I'm looking forward to this. Paul, how have you been?
I've been doing good. Just been keeping myself occupied with my drama course and everything. Handed in the assignments, thankfully, and had a day off today, luckily enough. So I figured, okay, I streamed a couple of video games today, and I thought, okay, getting ready for Scream 3. And like you, man, it's been a while since I've seen Scream 3.
For sure, for sure. Now, before we get started, do not forget to check out our Scream 1 and Scream 2 watch alongs. Also, of course, our Black Christmas and our Texas Chainsaw Massacre video as well. And of course, hit that like and subscribe button, and also donate to the Cash App at PrimePod313. Again, PrimePod313. Any donation will be greatly appreciated because this channel is not monetized. So, and of course, our PayPal at primepodcast at outlook.com. Again, that's primepodcast at outlook.com. So, all right. So, just let you guys know. I thought Scream 3 was on Peacock, but it's not. So I'm watching this. I found my ways to watch it, and I am 7 seconds in. Paul got it at 7 seconds. So hopefully things go smoothly with the stream. Um, but yeah. Before we get started, Paul says it's been a while since we watched Scream 3, but how do you? But when you saw it last, how did you feel about it?
The last time I saw this film was I think about 5 or 6 years ago. I remember when I did actually first see it for the first time when it initially came out, and being 16 at the time, I teenager stuff. I actually enjoyed it because it was Scream at the end of the day for me. I didn't know about the stuff that happened behind the scenes until later on. Then I watched it again later on in the years, and this is before Scream 4 came out, of course, and I just kind of felt that this one, even though it has its moments, and even though it's still Scream, but it felt very tame compared to the last two movies, and it didn't, in terms of like the storyline wise, it didn't quite hit the spot. I'm not saying the whole movie is shit because it ain't, but it just, I don't know, something about this one that just doesn't quite. It didn't feel like a definitive trilogy closer. And I think that's why we ended up getting a Scream 4 because, Craven, I guess, figured out, you know what, this one didn't quite go the way it should have. So let's try and reboot the whole thing again with the fourth one. But, I mean, like I said, there are moments on there that I like, but the reason why it got toned down, for anybody who didn't know, insider stuff, 2 years leading to the movie's release, you had the incident with Columbine, and you had people imitating the shit that went down in the last two movies with the ghost face mask and all that stuff. So this one was a little more, I guess you could say, watered down in terms of its horror and violence. I mean, they did tone some stuff down. These kills were not quite as vicious as the first two would be. and they try to make the best of a bad situation with the story, but I don't know, it just didn't quite hit. But there's still some stuff here to watch. And like you said, man, it is the redheaded stepchild of the series, the black sheep, But some people like it, some people don't. But looking at retrospective hindsight review, if you look at it like 2017 retrospective, this film did kind of reveal the ugly behind the scenes shit of film studios. So I guess Wes Craven was ahead of his time on point when it came to calling some of that shit out that this movie does point when it comes to studio stuff.
Well, for me, I'm not really too familiar with this one. I was mostly on Scream 1 and Scream 2. I do remember seeing commercials for Scream 3 at the time, but I never really went out my way, to watch it. I remember when I watched it the first time, and I remember thinking it was the Sydney's brother thing I thought was a little convenient.
And the other thing we got to point out, you still there, James?
Yeah.
You just went quiet for a bit. I was just saying, and the other thing we need to point out as well about this Scream movie, this is the only movie in the series where it's only one killer.
Yeah. Which I'll give it that.
Yeah, and Mega Giant's saying that. I'm reading what Mega Giant say here. He says it's he loves the Scream franchise. He says his favorite horror franchise. Scream 3 is a good movie. Kevin Williamson wasn't the writer at this time in this movie, and it had a little less sitting due to her schedule. Yeah, that's true. She was. Her career was kind of exploding at that point, and Aaron Kruger was the guy that wrote it this time. Williamson was producing it, but he wasn't writing it this time around.
Yeah, because Williamson was at the time when people were just hounding him with writing scripts and all that. So he just did not have the time.
Yeah,
and Neve Campbell, she didn't even want to come back. Right, they had to convince her to come back, and yeah, I do remember that was very less Sydney, which they kind of go back down that road again. But we'll talk about that on a different day. And then, but yeah, we've talked long enough. I'm pretty sure these people don't want to hear us talk about bullshit. Let's get this movie started. So I got my popcorn ready. And like I said, folks, I'm going to give you guys time to go ahead and watch it along with us. Again, started at 7 seconds. 7 seconds ahead. We'll give it about like 30 seconds.
Yeah.
For the live viewers and for the archive. We're at 7 seconds, and then of course I will explain the rules you must follow to in order to watch this movie. Watch along with us.
Yep.
I will say this though. Boy, Neve Campbell was fine in the motherfucker, bro. Like, keep in mind, I just got to watch the new Scream. I watched it twice. And bro, like I've always found Neve Campbell attractive, but there was something about her in this new Scream, bro, where I'm like, bro.
I know, right?
Oh, god damn. All right. So you ready?
Yeah, I'm good, man.
Okay, so the rules that you must follow. It's 3, 2, 1, play. Okay? I'm going to repeat myself. When I go 3, 2, 1, play. When I say play, that's when you press play. All right. So, like I said, Paul, some people just can't follow some directions. So,
yep.
I'm not going to do it now, but let's go do a little quick test run. Okay? 3, 2, 1, play. Okay? All right, now for real this time. This for real. We're going to do it now. Okay?
All right.
3, 2, 1, play.
We're in.
All right. Looking at the Hollywood sign.
Yep. Can you believe this movie's 22 years old?
God damn.
I was fucking 16 when this came out, man.
I think I was 6.
Yep, 20-year gaps, man. And then you see Hollywood here. Cotton Weary's done well for himself since Scream 2. We will say that.
Yeah, he's definitely got his. We see Liv Schreiber coming back as Con Weary. Yeah, he's definitely got his get back.
Yeah, dude, those goddamn things in the car.
Yeah, he's was he like the host of a talk show?
Yeah, 100% Cotton.
That's hilarious. That's funny.
Yeah. Oh, you want to hear something crazy? That mobile phone that's in his hand, it looks exactly like the very first one I had.
Yeah, cell phones come a long way, ladies and gentlemen.
That's an Ericsson. I mean, look how thick those fucking batteries were.
Right?
Jeez.
God damn it! Pause.
Oh, what happened?
It's buffering.
Oh shit. Well, I'm a minute seconds in.
All right, pause, people. I'm sorry.
It was me last time the tech issue. Now it's your fucking turn.
Yep. It's me. It's me. God. Peacock, why didn't you just keep all 3 screams?
I know it's not the best one in the series, but come on, you could have had it in there. Fuck.
Okay, all right. Where are you at, Paul?
Minute and 27.
Minute 27. Okay, pause at minute 27. I apologize, but you know what? Fuck, I'm gonna check Netflix.
I know Scream 4's on Netflix on my end anyway.
Scream 4 is on Netflix?
Yeah.
Okay, so, all right, let's see if Scream 3 is on Netflix. If Scream 3 is on Netflix, that'd be a fucking lifesaver. Okay. Well, currently people looking at Netflix to see if Scream 3 is in. Thank you for your patience. Hold up, Paul. This may be God telling us something. Like, no, don't watch this movie.
Yeah. But sorry, we're not listening. We need to do this. It's we all forget.
Yeah, it's kind of it's a little important.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, all right. Okay. Now I'm in Netflix. I don't give a fuck about Ozark. All right. Scream. These son of bitches put the TV show in front of my face. Fuck you.
I still haven't seen season 3 yet.
Okay, all right. Last resort. I'm gonna check Amazon real quick.
I'm pretty sure Prime will have it, but I don't know if it's part of the Prime package.
Well, I got the Primetime package. So, see what I did there? All right. Okay. All right. Again, we apologize, folks. It's just that my internet can be dog shit sometimes. Okay. All right.
Mine can be a real pain in the ass. Like sometimes it will go dark for no reason, and then somebody has to come and fix the fucking box outside.
Okay. Yeah. That's just. Okay. All right. The one thing I hate about Prime is that there's no goddamn search.
Yeah, that's a pain in the ass right there.
That you have to literally do some work. Okay, all right, okay. Horror movies. All right, okay, all right. Let's see. It's here. Nope.
Prime doesn't have a search bar because I know mine does.
Has a pretty good selection of horror films, but it's not the one I'm looking for. You know what? I just may have to take my bruises, take my lumps, and just go with my original way of watching it. Fuck, that's cool. That's no problem. I'll just all right. Just let me make sure. Let's make sure. Because I know they had to all screen all 3 films in Peacock. But all right, fuck. All right, fine, fuck it. Okay.
I'll just
all right.
check Amazon.com. See if I find you the link, I'll just bring it to you. Hang on, I'll put it in your chat box. Scream 3 in Prime Video because I got the US branch and I got the English one.
Okay.
Right. I've just found Scream free on the US version of Amazon. It's $2.99 to rent. No, $3.99 to rent. $4.
I know.
Hang on.
Man.
Link's coming your way.
Man, okay. All right. All right. Now, where you say you was at, Paul?
Minute and 27.
All right. We may be back in here. We may be back in, folks. We may be back in. Minute 27, right?
Yep, minute and 27.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Now, I'm 30 seconds in. 32, 33. So once I get to minute 27, just go ahead.
All right. Let me know when you're there and I'll hit play.
Okay. All right. We're back in it, folks. Okay. All right. Now 55 seconds, 56, 57, 58, 59. A minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. All right, we're back in.
23, 24. 25.
Yeah, perfect.
Got it. I'm playing now.
All right, so we see Kyle Weary appear to be talking to a groupie.
Yeah, he's saying you call him back. All right.
But you know what? Hey, As a fan, I'm happy for Cotton, though, man. Like, he's got his own TV show. He finally got his just due. I'm happy for him.
Yeah, I mean, he finally got his life turned around, even though it took something drastic for it to happen, but he did it. And then this happens. Bang.
And there's the great Roger Jackson.
Yep, he's gone in the bathroom to take a look at the girl.
Did Roger Jackson do the voice for this?
Huh?
Did Roger Jackson? He's done all 4 movies, all 5 movies, right?
Yeah, he's in all 5 of them.
Okay, cool.
He's telling her he wants to know where Sydney is.
Man, Roger Jackson, I'm pretty sure he probably, man, I'll be like, man, if I'm Roger Jackson, I'd be like, I got the sweetest fucking life ever. Like I'm just I could just eat off the Scream movies for the rest of my life.
Well, technically, he does a lot of voiceover works for cartoons and video games, but a lot of people know him now a lot for Scream. So
and I'll say this too, Roger Jackson is fucking phenomenal again in this new film.
He's a great voice actor, man. He knows how to turn it on. Oh, and one thing I got to say about Scream 3 also, I really loved the soundtracks for this one. It was more or less my taste in music. You know what I mean? Maybe not extreme metal, but there was a few bands in there that I enjoyed listening to. And in fact, that Scream soundtrack album was there was a track on there by Seven Dust, and that's how I first knew about that band, through the soundtrack album.
Well, Scream's always had really good soundtracks.
Yeah, but this one, I don't know why. I really didn't enjoy the soundtrack for this one quite a lot. Because, it's like rock and metal stuff. I knew some of the bands that was on there.
But apparently, Kevin Williamson did not come back, and people like to give Wes Craven the credit, but Kevin Williamson really is the mastermind behind these movies.
That is true. And to my knowledge, I think Scream 3 and 4 are the only slasher movies I know that has a budget of $40 million. I'm aware of anyway.
Yeah.
There's Creed playing in the background. Good song. And the crazy thing is, the guys that were in that band, they went with the exception of the singer, They went on to form another band called Alter Bridge, which you've heard quite a lot because they do Edge's theme song.
Oh, really?
Yep, that's who it is.
Why? So what happened? Like they couldn't get along or something?
Well, from what I understand, after the third album, Weathered, Scott Stapp had some issues like mental health issues and some drug issues, so they drifted apart, and the remaining members of the band hooked up with a vocalist called Miles Kennedy, and that's how Alter Bridge came together. They released their first album in 2004. They had their sixth one about 3 years ago. And the guitarist, Mark Tremonti's got his own side project, which is really good too. 5 albums in. You should check them out. Oh, kick in the face there.
Now I will say this though, I did like the change that they do the voice changer that he can change his voice.
Yeah, that was a smart take on there. Came to the next level.
So I'm like, okay, all right, they're bringing something new and unique to this franchise. You know, that he could change his voice. Okay, all right, I dig it.
Yeah, that's one of the things about the Scream franchise is that they always try to find some new stuff to do on that hasn't been done in the series before.
Yeah, so that way it doesn't seem, tired.
Yeah.
Yeah, stale. Yes, thank you.
I gotta admit, that's a nice apartment.
And I do remember that the girlfriend attacks Cotton because she's not sure.
Well, when you hear his voice, you'd be thinking the same thing too, right?
Yeah, it's 100% reasonable.
Like if somebody was pretending to be somebody that I knew, and then that guy comes through the door, I'm like, I'm gonna be knocking the fucker out, you know? Like, I don't trust you. Is it really you? So I don't blame her for getting paranoid about this. I mean, I fucking would be too.
I mean, any sane person would. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, and you can see those old tube TVs. We're a long way from those now.
Oh yeah, the two that weighed like 500 fucking pounds, and
yeah,
you needed 2 people to literally lift that shit, and you could never have a good grip on them. Like, oh.
Yeah. Here's the thing, though. The TV that I got, it's a 65-inch OLED. That was heavy as fuck, too, man. You wouldn't think it looking at it, but it's heavy. Especially when you have to get it up to a 3rd floor apartment. Jeez. I don't think she's going to do that.
Yeah.
4. The 9 iron.
Yeah, no, understandably so. Does she hit him? I think.
Yeah, I think she does. Here he is.
Abby's right.
Ooh.
God damn!
That'll give you a headache.
There she goes.
Yep. And the fight is on. Ooh, nice cut. That's going to hurt. I was quite surprised they killed him off early in this one.
Okay. All right. Decent opening.
Yeah.
No.
Sidney Prescott, whose life is just like after going through all the shit she's gone through in the last 2 movies. Now she's like become a full-on recluse.
And now this, keep in mind, this is Nev Campbell post Wild Things, post like she's a bona fide star at this point.
Mm. I got Philip here. What's up, Phil? He's saying that he always remembers Scream 3 feeling like it's the darkest in the series at the time.
I wouldn't go that far, but well, I haven't seen this in a while,
maybe it was. I mean, for when this film came out, yeah, at the time, I think some people would say this one was the darkest in the series. Maybe they're right, but that changed when the next lot came along. But at the time, yeah, you could argue that point, yeah.
So yeah, we see Nev Campbell, like Paul said, living out in the woods, and she helps with. Oh, looks like she helps with
Women's
um, which I think is ideal, very ideal.
Yeah. I mean, she's trying to help people, but she doesn't want to be known. That's why she got her name changed and everything, because she doesn't want to go through all that again. And I can't say that I blame her. I mean, 2 times some fucker trying to kill you, that'd be the same. And those Apple computer screens over there with the portable DVD drive in there.
Yeah, I do not miss those days at all.
No, me neither.
And there's Courtney Cox.
I thought she had a haircut when I saw that bit the first time. I thought, oh, did you just do a Jamie Lee Curtis?
Now, I do remember that when we watched Scream 2, I remember liking her growth as her character.
Yeah.
Now, Courtney Cox at this point, okay. Not Scream, Friends is a fucking... Was Friends still going on at this time? 2000?
I think it was. Hang on, let me see where we were.
Because at this point, Friends is like the biggest show on TV.
It was. Point. I mean, that show was massive.
I never got into it, but
I didn't either.
Patrick Dempsey.
I think they were in season 8. I think no, they were in season 7 when 2000 came around.
Damn, from 96 to 2000, they went through 7 seasons.
Yeah, pretty much. The final season was in 2004. That was season 10, and then, as you know, they got back together last year for that reunion thing.
Now, the one thing that I did not like about this is, okay, the whole backstory of Maureen Prescott, and her past. I'm like, okay, so you're asking us to connect with a character that we never really met.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the one thing about that's one thing I was like, I don't fuck with. It's like we never met her. Like, why? I'm really not giving a fuck about her backstory, honestly.
I wasn't too hot on the backstory either, but they wanted to do that trilogy cliche that, you and me, when you watch trilogies, they always say the past comes back to bite you in the ass in these kind of films. That's what they were trying to do. It would have worked if we got to know Maureen Prescott a little more before we got to this point.
Yes,
dropping it on us.
All we know that she was the town hall. That's it.
Yeah. All we had to go on for her knowing her a little more was this movie, which didn't quite dig into the surface a little bit. I should have a little more, but
the man, the myth, the legend, Lance Henriksen, right there.
Legend.
And Scott Foley as Roman.
This was actually one of his first movies. No, actually, this was his first movie.
Because I do remember him being in the show Scandal.
Yeah. Now I'll see what he's doing. Scott Foley. All right. Right now, he's like 49. Yeah, his first movie was Scream. He did a couple of TV shows before then, like Dawson's Creek and Step by Step and all that. And he's in another TV show right now called The Big Leap. Here's the thing. His last official movie was in 2017, a movie called Naked. He was even in some. Oh fuck! I remember that movie. Do you ever see that horror movie that came out in 2002 in that haunted submarine called Below?
No.
He was in that too. It was directed by the guy that did Pitch Black, and it was written by Darren Aronofsky. The guy who went on to do films like I think that's the guy that did The Wrestler. Yeah, that's the guy that did The Wrestler. So it was. I haven't seen that film in ages. I didn't realize he was in that. But yeah, this was Scott Foley's movie debut.
Yeah, right now we're meeting the cast of Stab 3. One of them is still in her prime, Jenna McCartney.
Mm-hmm. Jenna McCarthy. Let's see what she's up to.
I know she's married to Donnie Wahlberg.
Um,
And the last I remember that she did is she literally tried to molest Justin Bieber on stage.
Yikes. 49 still looking good.
Parker Posey. I do remember her being literally one of the best things about this movie.
Oh yeah, her as the actress version of Gail
Weathers.
Yeah, she was pretty good in this. I gotta admit, she had some good moments.
Oh, and behind her is Joe from Family Guy.
Oh yeah.
Every time I hear him speak, I'd think of Joe.
Yeah. Got it at that point.
Dewey.
And if I remember correctly at the time, these two were now officially married for real.
Oh, they were very much married at this point in time.
Yep.
Which again, David Arquette, like I said, got Courtney Cox in her prime.
He was a lucky dude that day. I'll give him that.
Very lucky. Even though I did see pictures of Michael Jordan and Courtney Cox having dinner, it's on the internet, and when I saw that, I was like, "Oh, oh!" If you know how Michael Jordan got down, it's like, "Oh, oh man, David, how could you allow that to happen?"
Yeah, when I saw that image, I was just like, "Dude, really?"
I'm like, man, I just hope to God that was before they met. Even before, if my wife told me that she dated Michael Jordan, I'll be insecure as fuck.
Dude, if I found that out in my mind, I would have been like, how did you pull that off?
Yeah, I'm like, dang, and
that would have been an interesting conversation there if something like that actually did happen.
And I think David Arquette, I know by this point he already done Ready to Rumble.
Oh yeah, that movie,
which is one of the greatest troll films of all time. You won't watch a movie that literally talks shit about wrestling fans. Ready to Rumble is one of them.
I remember watching that when it initially came out. I thought it was fucking funny at the time, you know.
It is funny, but what, especially now that I'm a wrestler, I'm like, this movie's clearly talking shit, is making fun of the marks.
Yeah.
And I will give David Arquette credit; he played a very good mark.
Oh yeah, man, he played it down to the T. And don't forget, it was during that time he was in WCW, and somehow he ended up being
It was the WCW champion. Yeah.
And when I saw it on TV, I was like, huh?
Yeah, I saw that. I was like, yeah, it's done. Yeah, it's over. It's over.
And I did see that recent.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Is that Jay and Silent Bob?
Yes, that's Jay and Silent Bob. They had a cameo in this. And she's like, fuck you. But yeah, I'm saying, I did check out that
what the fuck?
Yeah, they were in this, man. I couldn't believe it. And like I said, like at the time, right, Scream was fucking hot property during this time. So, like I said, when I said everybody wanted a piece of it, you just saw an example of that.
All right, I'm just gonna pretend I didn't see that.
But yeah, I was just saying, when it came to David Arquette, I did check out that recent documentary he did. I thought it was all right.
Oh, nice to see he's nice to see his father coming back.
Yeah, he came back for this brief moment here.
But I'm sorry, I legit got thrown off. Okay, I didn't expect to see them two motherfuckers in this. Okay, so Dewey is he a bodyguard in this?
He was a bodyguard / film consultant.
Film consultant, yes. Okay. All right, now
that's why he's on that film set, because he's kind of got that job because he knows the insides and out. There's the Maureen Prescott again.
Yeah. Wait, what the fuck?
Oh, it's the nightmare sequence that she's having. This is how we, I guess, in their way, find out a little bit more about Maureen. You know,
they're going this route with this?
Yes, they went this route with it. Yeah, trying to do like a haunting type thing. Yeah, like she's still haunted by her past.
All right, we see Maureen going through the yard. Oh shit! Oh, okay.
She's doing the whole fucking Evil Dead thing right there.
All right. Oh wow!
Yeah, I know, right? I don't know why, but when I hear that bit of the music, I couldn't help but feel that we were inspired by The Matrix a little bit with that little bit of the music. Yeah, that'll put you on a guilt trip.
So it goes to show that Sydney is going through some obvious PTSD.
I'm not surprised, man. 2 movies in. And then you get that happen to you?
Yep, PTSD, getting nightmares. Yep. Same old, yeah. Okay, I see what they're doing here. All right. I'll say this, Paul. Like when it comes to the Scream movies, and I just feel that these are good sequels. But I just keep going back to watching the first film.
Yeah, it's kind of
like I literally watched the first before I watch any of the sequels.
Yeah, I'm the same way. Like if I'm gonna do a movie marathon, I will watch the first one. And even though this movie does have some really solid sequels, there's no denying the fact that you can't top the first one. Sometimes you can come close, you can never top it.
Yeah, I remember Jenny McCarthy. I remember she was like on MTV a lot, and
yeah, she was pretty much everywhere. I'm just trying to see what she's up to now.
Let's not forget. I think that Jim Carrey actually got that at one point.
She did. He did. Jim Carrey married her in 2005 to 2010, and right now she's currently tied the knot with Donnie Wahlberg. Her last recent appearance I've seen her in, she was actually a judge on Masked Singer.
I'll say this too. And also happy birthday to Jim Carrey, who turned 60 the other day.
Oh yeah, and also we got a R.I.P. to Meatloaf as well.
R.I.P. Meatloaf, man, and Louis Anderson.
Yeah.
2022 starting out rough.
Yeah, I know, right? We were saying about it off air last time about some of these well-known legends we all grew up watching. It's going to suck when they go. I'll tell you right now, when Ozzy passes away, that's going to hurt. For me, anyway.
But Paul, let's be clear, though. Ozzy should have been dead 30 years ago.
Yeah, I know, right? The stuff he's gone through makes me wonder how the hell he survives.
Like, the man can't even speak.
But I'll tell you what, if you heard his recent album, he still got it singing wise.
I bet he does.
Oh, yeah.
But man, I ain't gonna lie, Paul. I actually would have liked to go back in time in Ozzy's prime when he was biting motherfucking bats' heads off. Like I would really like, because for the longest time I'm like, he didn't do that shit.
Oh,
but
he did.
But everybody says he did.
Dude, I saw band footage growing up in the 80s. And I remember, I'm an 80s kid. I saw some of that stuff that my mom showed me, live gigs and everything.
Oh, there is footage of that?
Well, yeah, it's there, but it's hard to get. But I'll tell you right now, in his heyday, that dude could put on a fucking show. I mean, he could still do it now. Maybe not as active as he was before. But back then, dude, he was a fucking live wire. My mum was lucky enough to see him when he was with Black Sabbath, when they toured here in my hometown years ago. It was a good gig.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
And then 7 years ago, me and Lou together, we saw Alice Cooper.
Oh, nice. Another legend.
And it was on Halloween, too. That was a really gnarly gig. So I was there wearing my hockey mask, and they actually did the Friday the 13th song because I was in the crowd with a hockey mask.
Now, when Jenny McCarthy says it was just another goddamn rewrite, apparently, from what I've read, that was actually a problem with this movie. There was a shitload of rewrites.
Yeah.
Like, it got so much so that the cast, like, was legit, like, getting frustrated. Like, we're about to walk off this fucking set.
I don't blame them. I mean, when you get a different writer involved, there's a lot of mixed reactions and a lot of mixed ways of how they want to do it, you know? And it's the same with me. Like, when we're doing the drama course, when you get, like, multiple rewrites or multiple recasts or a lot of delays or people not showing up, it will get to the point where you just, like, say, fuck this, I'm done. And I can tell you right now, this is the worst place you want to hide. Like, this is not the best place to hide, especially when the killer's wearing one of these fucking things.
But yeah, and then of course, you know, yeah, the rewrites, you know, I'm right there with you, man. I would just hate to be in a movie like that. Like, stick to one fucking script.
Yeah. But I guess Aaron Kruger just couldn't quite get it. He tried. I'll give him credit for trying, but a lot of rewrites is the one thing that can fuck a whole process up.
What other movies did Aaron Kruger? Can you look that up, Paul? Like, what other movies he did?
I'm gonna find out now. All right. After he did Scream 3, he did The Ring, the first 2002 remake of The Ring. Then he did
Oh, God.
He did Ring 2. He did Skeleton Key. He wrote 3 of the 6 Transformer movies. He did that Ghost in the Shell, which I thought was okay. And get this, he's also the writer for the upcoming Top Gun sequel.
Wait, that's it?
Yeah, and he's also an uncredited.
No. I'm talking about Jimmy McCarthy's death. Like that was it.
This is what I was telling you about, right? Because of the shit that happened with the copycat imitators and the Columbine shootings that happened, in response to that, they toned down the horror and violence in this. That's why a lot of people say this one's like the weakest one in the series, because of a lot of the shit they had to tone down. That's one of the problems this film had. As I was saying earlier, yeah, Aaron Kruger was also the uncredited writer and executive producer of Scream 4. Uncredited rewrite, I should say, for Scream 4.
Well, I can say all those movies. This was Scream 3 was the best movies ever wrote.
Yep.
And that's not saying a lot, bro.
I wonder what he's going to be doing with that Top Gun sequel.
Fuck.
Because think about this, man. A lot of us have waited nearly 40 years for that sequel to happen. He fucks this up.
That movie, because I've never seen the trailers for it. Like, that's been delayed?
Yeah, it got delayed like a shitload of times, and that's because of COVID. Right now, it is due for release on May 27th, and then 45 days later, it'll be on Paramount Plus.
And of course, and we're with Gail and Do It Again. Like I said, their scenes together is some of the best scenes in these movies. Because, like I said, that natural chemistry that they have with each other, it's great. And like I said, they're very much in love and married at this time, so it's natural with them. Hell, even this new film, and they've been divorced for a minute, but it's still that chemistry was still there.
Yeah. So the thing is, right, even though they divorced in 2013, they still remain good friends. They're still in good terms with each other. They both run a film company together still.
Yeah, so, yeah. They at least they ended on good terms.
Yeah,
like they didn't seem bitter about it.
Yeah, I guess I forgot why they split again. I think it was because I don't know. I guess they just felt like the relationship, married wise, ran its course. Maybe.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, because I didn't hear any issues that they had with each other. Because if there were issues with each other, you think they'd be together on screen movies right now? There's Parker Posey again.
But yeah, I think that yeah, with Dewey and Gail, like their relationship is definitely always one of the stronger points of these films. And like I said, even in this last one, like even this last one, it was still there. And
yeah, they definitely still had it even in this new one.
Even though it was only one scene that they had together, but it was very effective.
Pretty much, yeah. That trailer's got pretty much everything.
Bro, this random side note. I actually know somebody that's a truck driver. Bro, like the back of these truck drivers, like these trucks, like they have to sleep in. They're like little fuck. I used to think it would just be like a small ass room with a bed and a microwave. Well, they're fucking like mini apartments back there.
Hey man, you'd be surprised what's in those trucks, man.
Oh my brother, I'm there like TVs and fucking kitchen, like an actual kitchen and a bed. It's like a legit little mini apartment. It's fucking crazy.
I know. It's like, think about it. I mean, they're going to be on the road for a long time. They're going to have something they can stay in, you know? So I guess that's why they ended up making them like they are. And some of these trucks now are really insanely organized. You know what I mean? They got a lot of good stuff inside them now.
For sure. Now, this is Patrick Dempsey, a pre-Grey's Anatomy, and Patrick Dempsey was known as an '80s child star for the longest. And
yeah, I'm just seeing what he did. He was check this out. He was in one of those Transformers movies.
All right, cool. What else? What else?
I just had to put that out there. It turns out he's also known for doing a lot of race car racing.
Really?
Yeah. Did a lot of auto racing. He's had a career summary. He was in one of the Toyota GT series, Pro Class, GT classes. He was in the 24-hour Le Mans in 2009 to 2015. So outside of acting, this guy has had a pretty decent run as a race car driver.
All right. Well, hey, salute to Patrick Dempsey.
But yeah, his first movie, believe it or not, he was in I don't know if you ever saw this horror movie back in the day. His first movie was called The Stuff.
I've heard of it, never seen it.
I had an opportunity to watch it once when it was on Prime. It's a pretty fucking weird one. It's like a horror comedy, but it's not too bad.
Now, when you saw this, Paul, did you anticipate the director being the killer?
I kind of had my hunch because when you think about it, the phone call, especially with the film directing part, and the fact that it's almost like a directed kind of thing, I guess that was my first clue. So I kind of figured it might have been him, or I was thinking maybe the guy that was playing the sheriff, but then that quickly got eliminated when what happens to him later on. But yeah, I think he was one of my main suspects. What about you?
Um, I anticipated probably being one of the cast members. Um, I thought it was honestly, I kind of thought it was Patrick Dempsey at first.
I did too, because when you look at his police office, he had an interesting collection of movies on his wall.
Yeah, which I'm like, and then like I said, the one thing about these Scream movies, like it is what it is. Like if you think it's what it is, 9 times 10, it's what it is. So,
and sometimes sometimes it's always the person you wouldn't expect to be.
well, again, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it.
Yeah. In the early days, it was like that. Later on,
there you go.
It's like that's the one weakness right now that the later sequels have. You need to have more convincing reveals. I'll say that much.
Now her mother is talking to Sydney on her crisis hotline.
Yeah, Ghostface is straight up fucking with her.
Oh, that's Ghostface. Okay, all right, damn. I thought she was tripping again.
Here, I mean, in a minute.
I will say this, man. If two cast members of movie set got murdered, they're shutting this shit down. Like, there's no more movie.
Dude, the movie would have been shut down after the first death.
Yes.
I mean, look how quick that Baldwin movie got shut down pretty quick.
Exactly. The only reason why The Crow didn't get shut down because they were very much in production at that point. Like they couldn't necessarily stop them because they were like 90% done with that shit.
Yeah, and here's another thing you need to know too. Brandon Lee got killed by a malfunction by the fact that the gun had an actual bullet. The same thing happened with the Baldwin one. I'm not trying to put any conspiracies, but I'm just saying, strange coincidence when it comes to that. It's very similar in a way. And if you want to talk about another movie set death, you could say Resident Evil Final Chapter, because there was a scene, the bike chase scene, one of the camera guys got crushed in between the two vehicles, and the stunt woman that was Milla Jovovich's stunt double, she lived, but she lost an arm in the process. So
that's right. I thought that was Daniel Harris at first.
But it's like, unfortunately, bad shit will happen on film sets. It's rare that it does, but when it does, it can get pretty fucking ugly.
That Brandon Lee shit.
Yeah, dude. Like,
so I'm not gonna say it, but I've always felt something about that shit is very sketchy.
Think about this too, man. This guy, if he lived, what do you think that movie would have done to his career?
I heard that he was gonna be like the original Neo for the Matrix.
Yeah, that part was true. Put it this way: if he lived and had a successful run with The Crow, that movie would have shot his ass on the top of the Hollywood map. And you could see the same thing with Heath Ledger as the Joker. If he didn't die, look what I would have done to his career. I didn't think he would pull it off, but look how well he pulled that shit off.
Oh yeah, Brandon Lee would have been a bona fide superstar, and I think he would still, to this very day, be a big star.
Yeah. He'd be like in his mid-50s or something now, but wouldn't matter. The guy was still able to kick ass like he did. And Gail Weber's being Gail Weber's here, trying to get the scoop.
And being a little low key jealous of Dewey and Park Po's relationship.
You can kind of sense that there with these two.
Yeah, for some reason, the tone of this, it feels different. Like the tone of the, like with Scream 1 and Scream 2, the tone and the atmosphere feels more moody and atmospheric.
Yeah.
Something about this, and we're like, how far are we into this? Like,
we are now 40 minutes in.
We're 40 minutes in, and something about this just doesn't seem right.
It just feels a little bit off. This is what I was trying to say at the start of this. It feels a little off. It didn't quite hit the spot in some points.
It feels, something feels off.
I don't know. Is this a sign of the rewrites we were talking about, or like what?
All right, so we learned that the killer's leaving pictures of Maureen Prescott. Apparently, Maureen Prescott was at the set that they're filming Stabbing.
Yep, and she was an actress trying to break in at the time.
So now that kind of makes Sydney want to be an actress in Scream 2 a little bit more sense, even though I still don't think that makes sense because we never got that impression in Scream 1, but okay.
Well, it kind of makes sense because you think about it, like Sydney Prescott was trying to break into acting in that college course. So I'm guessing they kind of realized that and kind of penned it in with this, with her mother.
I'm not the biggest fan of Courtney Cox's bangs at all. To me, her best look is still Scream 2.
I totally agree. She was really good in that one. Dewey's voice.
So now, like I said, Joe Ghostface is using different voices, so you don't know whether or not if it's really them or the killer, which is a nice switch.
It's a nice little touch they added to this. Speaking of which, you see what I mean about the kills not being as nasty as they are before? Okay, a frying pan to the face. Okay, fair enough, but still.
He just smacked the shit out of him with that frying pan.
Man, he fucking knocked in for 6 with that one.
Yeah. Like, these kills are very bland.
I told you, man, because of what happened leading up to it. That's the only reason it got toned down. Because of the copycat controversies and Columbine. If those two things didn't happen, this film would have gone full bore with the violence, you know?
And I remember hearing that the original plan was really Matthew Lillard was supposed to come back.
I did hear that too.
Like, he was supposed to be the like the killer.
Yeah.
But then, like I said, the Columbine thing changed everything.
Exactly. Like, when that shit went down, that kind of changed things for how movies were done at the time. And then it was at that point where I remember when the first Scream came out, there was all that controversy. No fucking school wanted to have their school be attached to these films.
Yeah, like what just happened there? Like, everybody don't panic. Then the lights go, there it goes, It's like, okay, I see what you're doing. Like,
that was cliche as fuck, dude.
It's cliche. I'm like, okay.
And then you got this shit with the fax machine. Man, the fax machines back then. We don't have faxes. Well, I don't know if we still do faxes now, but back then faxes were a thing because we were only just starting to get email at the time. I mean, think about this, right? The guy's handed them a script, right? Isn't that a second hint that it could be the film director when you see that shit happening? Because you had your first hint with the phone call with that one that got killed in the mask room, and then you got the second hint with this, you know?
This is true.
I will admit, though, this death was a little bit spectacular. You're done.
Wait. Hold the fuck on. Wait. Time out. Okay, so wait a minute. How do you what?
Hey, it's a movie, man.
I understand that, but how do you bet that shit happening, bro? Like, oh yeah, the one dude just happens to have a lighter on him. Man, okay.
What are the odds, isn't it? What are the odds? Does kind of seem a bit stupid, but there you go. And
wow, shit. Paul, where are you at? Where are you at right now?
I'm about 46 minutes and 21 seconds in. Wait, you want to pause it?
Yeah, you're like 20 seconds ahead of me.
All right, hang on. All right, 46 minutes, 26. That's where I'm
All right,
at.
pause, people. All right, 46:15, 46:16, 46:17, 46:18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25.
Play.
All right, we're good.
All right, we're in. Oh, excuse me. Drink coming back to say hello. Apologize there, folks.
All right, I ain't gonna lie, Paul. That damn kind of fucked me up a little bit. I'm like, what are the chances that guy particular had to go in the house and and explode the house? Like,
well, if you want me to be a bit silly with it, I would just say sorry about your damn luck.
I guess.
But I mean, again, that death. Yeah, it was spectacular seeing a house get blown up. Yeah, okay, but
yeah, the movie clearly has a budget.
Yeah, well, like I said, to my knowledge, do you know any slash movies that had 40 million on the budget? Ow! She fucking blasted her one. And her response? Well, I bet they did.
Oh, that's funny.
I mean, I bet there was a point where you thought this one was the killer, because where was she at? I mean, they try to do the whole everything's a suspect thing here, you know? But,
isn't that the girl who's playing Sydney in the Stab movie?
Yeah.
Okay, so it would make sense.
And there's another thing too as well. It's like, I killed her. Are you sure it was you that killed her? I'm pretty sure it was Billy, but whatever.
I mean, I get why he says that because he quote unquote started all of this.
Well, yeah, he was the mastermind, I guess you could say, behind the scenes mastermind. But again, like I said, you would think this guy was it because look at some of the movie posters he's got.
Wow, I totally forgot. Yeah, you do barely see Nev Campbell in this movie.
Yep.
We only seen her, what, 3 times?
Roughly that, yeah. I mean, even Mega Giant pointed that out.
But I'll say this, though, at least this gives Courtney Cox and David Arquette more to do.
Well, yeah. Because, again, she had, like, an insane schedule back then. I mean, think about this. She'd come out of 2 major successful movies in Scream 1 and 2, came out of doing Wild Things. She was in, like, pretty large demand at the time.
Yeah, I know she was in the movie. I think she did the movie Drowning Mona around this time too.
Oh, let me check
Um,
on then. Right. Let's see.
I think everything before 2000.
Oh, she was in two other films. Yeah, Drowning Mona was one of them. Panic was another. So she had this. She had those two films and Scream 3. Oh, finally, they finally reunite. It only took them 50 minutes.
Now we got 53 minutes left.
Pretty much.
I will say this though, this movie is definitely going at a much better pace than Scream 2 did.
Yeah, they managed to. I guess you could say they managed to cut out some of the filler. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no Jerry O'Connell acting like a fucking idiot.
Yeah, none of that cringe shit.
And apparently they say that she's actually wearing his letters in this.
Yeah, I did spot that. Look, see the necklace?
Yeah. Which I'm like, okay, that's a okay, cool, nice
No.
touch.
Yeah, it's a nice nod there.
So Paul, I just want to ask a question. Okay, they say Kid City has kids in this new Scream film. Is Patrick Dempsey the father?
Maybe. I mean, I know we didn't. I know she came alone on Scream 4, and we know that she has kids in Scream 5. So they did kind of have a thing going on here in Scream 3. So maybe we'll get that answers in Scream 6. Maybe.
Oh shit, yeah, man, Scream 6, yeah.
I wouldn't be put it this way. I would not be surprised if these two, storyline wise, did tie the knot. It would make sense. Especially with how they were at the end on this one.
All right. Hopefully, you guys are enjoying the show. Like I said, hit that like, subscribe button. Also, donate to the Cash App if possible at PrimePod313, and our PayPal at PrimePodcast@outlook.com.
Yep.
Um,
Star Wagons. I'm just reading what it says on that thing there.
yeah, yeah, folks. I'm not. I mean,
It's hard to kind of get into this movie knowing that it had its issues. You know what I mean?
but no. But here's the thing. Like I said, I have not seen this film in a minute. Even now, it's like, yeah, I'm kind of not feeling this one.
Yeah, like I said, it's been a while for me since I've seen this, and I still, I still feel like this one doesn't quite.
I will say this though, nice to see her in the new Scream.
Yeah. And of course, we got a little cameo by you know who.
Oh, you mean this is Wes Craven telling the fans, "Yeah, we know we fucked up. This is our way to try to make up for it."
Yeah, pretty much. Shouldn't have killed him off in part 2, man.
Should have never killed him. Like, if you're going to bring him back, why kill him off in the first place? Oh man. Oh.
Oh, guys got
Now,
the
now, if he died in the third film, okay, but
yeah, and you could have at least had him in the third movie, and if you're gonna kill him in the third one, that would have been something. You know what I mean?
Or how about this? He could have died it. He could have replaced Cotton Weary. I would have been fine with that.
Yeah, I would have been cool with that too.
Yeah, this is Randy explaining the rules of a trilogy.
Yeah, because
but
This was meant to
But
be the last.
yeah, but I'm like, but horror movies doesn't have trilogies though.
There are a few that does, but then they all of a sudden made another one. I mean, again,
No, I'm talking about like a trilogy where
it was over.
no, I'm talking about like a trilogy where the same cast comes back all three films and it's the same killer.
All right. Well, if you're going to talk, yeah, but I was just thinking, if you're thinking about horror movies that out there that do have a trilogy with where the characters are the same, I think the closest you're going to get to that would be Rob
These
Zombie's Firefly trilogy. That's one of them.
I don't know if I can call those horror movies though.
Well, okay, maybe not, but still,
Honestly, Paul, if you want to be real, if you really want to be real, the only horror movie trilogy I could think of is these new Halloween movies.
yeah, you got a point there because I mean, think about this. I'm pretty sure I heard one of the filmmakers saying that this next one was going to be the definitive end for the whole fucking franchise. I mean, where else is it going to go after this? You don't. I mean, do you want to see a reboot after this trilogy? Do you want to see it continue? I mean, if the next one is the last one, I ain't going to be mad about it.
I'm the last person you want to ask that question to. But I will say this though.
Go on.
Maybe Child's Play. but Andy, what the fuck is his name? I used to know his name. Alex Vincent did not come back for 3. So I don't know if I could count that. Maybe Child's Play. I don't count Friday 13th. I don't count Freddy. Well, I can't count Freddy because Nancy didn't come back for the second film. No. Like, you can't really name I can't think of a horror franchise where it was actual trilogy. You could say that for Rocky. You could say that for Godfather. You could say that for Terminator.
Yeah.
But horror, there's really not that much. Like I said, it's ready to talk about trilogy, and the only trilogy I could think of is movies that came out 18, 19, 20 plus years after this.
Yeah. I mean, it's like I said, like Randy said, it's a rarity in horror. It does exist, but you rarely find it. Because I think the reason why you don't see a lot of trilogies that stay as a trilogy is because you got fans that want more, and you got filmmakers that want to try and revive it because they know that was one of their money makers once upon a time.
I will say it's literally like Parker Posey, like literally imitating Courtney Cox. It's actually pretty entertaining.
Yeah, I gotta admit, yeah, it is. Oh,
Carrie
Fisher.
Oh, shit, I forgot Carrie Fisher was in this.
Yeah. Princess Leia, man. And let's not forget, she was also in The Burbs. Another good movie.
And Blues Brothers.
Yeah, Blues Brothers as well. God, I ain't seen those two films in fucking years.
Oh, that's funny. I was up for Princess Leia. I was this close. That's funny.
It's a nice little joke there, man. So how can I help you? Or you want me to tell you, man, it's a shame that she's passed on that.
Yeah, didn't they say that she had some health problems, like mental health problems?
Let me check that. I'm pretty sure it was, or was it the one that played Lois in Superman? I'm gonna check. Hang on, where is it?
I know Margot Kidder had problems, but I remember hearing that actually Carrie Fisher had some issues too.
Yeah, I can't find her name in the credits. Hang on a minute. I'll type her name in. Carrie Fisher. All right. Well, believe it or not, she was only 60 when she died 6 years ago. So there's that. That's not even an age, dude. Just trying to see if there was anything about her personal life. Yeah, she she suffers from bipolar disorder, and
Ah,
yeah, I should know a little bit about that because I got diagnosed with Asperger's years ago, so it's like an autism thing, but bipolar is a little bit more um, extremer. But yeah, basically, um, she would have like manic aspects of the bipolar disorder. So sometimes it would just you could be like, how do I explain bipolar? Sometimes you'd be in like a really positive mood, and then late at the flick of a switch, you can just instantly turn negative, and it really does fuck with you at times. Like you could be really happy, and then you could be really sad, and you'd be like days where you just want to be dead and gone. That's kind of what bipolar is like, man.
yeah, I remember. Like Carrie Fisher, yeah, she was a good looking woman in her younger days.
Oh yeah, definitely. And she had some pretty good, memorable roles. I mean, a lot of people will remember her for being in Star Wars, of course, but there was other films that she was in outside of Star Wars where she was actually pretty good in.
Not doing this shit again, huh?
Mm. And there's who you said was playing Sydney. And again, find it a little suspect that she had the same boots as Ghostface and the mask.
Yes, yes, indeed.
I'll bet you a lot of
God,
people watching it in the cinema, they're like red flags.
God damn it! I'm sorry. Where are you at now, Paul?
Hang on, I'll pause it. We are now 1 minute, 1 hour, 1 minute, 12 seconds.
You're only 10 seconds ahead. Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
All right, wait until you get there.
All right, 101, 111, 112.
Go. But yeah, she was in other films too, man. I mean, she was in, like you said, she was in Blues Brothers. She was in, of course, the Star Wars movie. She was in The Burbs, Hook. She was in Austin Powers. Oh wow, she was in Drop Dead Fred. That was a good comedy.
Wait. She was what in Austin Powers?
She was the therapist, uncredited cameo. The first Austin Powers movie. And she was also in the remake of Sorority Row.
Okay, I do remember. Sorry to cut you off. I do remember liking what's about to happen here when she's on the set of her house. It's not her house.
Yeah, this is quite a good scene here.
Yeah, this is. I do remember liking this. Now again, another red herring because she was going after to.
Ooh. We know
Like,
what.
wow, completely spot on.
Yeah, they got that nailed right down to the T. News van, the cop car. She's getting a sense of deja vu right there.
Oh, did you hear that they took the Stu Macher house and you can actually rent it for Airbnb?
Really?
Yeah, you actually could. Yeah, you can actually rent it. Yeah.
That's cool. Oh yeah, speaking of houses being used for the same thing, I don't know if you knew this, but you know that sci-fi apocalyptic movie Children of Men?
Yeah.
You know that farmhouse?
Uh-huh.
Do you realize that was the same farmhouse used in 28 Weeks Later?
Ah,
And
cool.
get this. They both were using that same house for the same shoots when they were filming. So during the day, the film crew of Children of Men got to film, and I think it was nighttime as well. And then they had to leave and get the fuck out so they could do the 28 Weeks Later. So they had to literally share the scene, sets.
Yeah.
Talk about strange coincidence and timing, man. But yeah, there's the bedroom.
A PG-13 relationship, man. If you don't get the fuck out of my face. But I'm sorry, man. Credit to Billy, but who knows how long he had to wait? I mean, But I'll be like PG 13.
Can you imagine? Yeah, can you imagine? Is that you would settle for PG-13?
I'm a grown ass man.
I prefer R-rated, but okay, whatever.
PG like PG 13. What the hell is that? Like high school shit?
Something like that. And she's got the pepper spray out.
Hey, bro, that pepper spray. But I've never been sprayed. But I've seen instances where pepper spray was used, and
It hurts.
I mean, I laughed while I saw the person get sprayed, but
yeah. But then, but if you end up getting on the wrong end of it, it's like, damn, it's gonna fry your eyeballs out.
Yeah, that shit takes about like 20 minutes to finally get that shit out your eyes.
Yeah, about 20 minutes or more. Nice punch.
But yeah, I do remember liking this. Like, like it.
Yeah, this
it's like basically recreating the chase scene from the first Scream.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that. It was a nice little throwback to the first one.
Same camera angles and everything. I think the same music.
Yep, same music as well. Well, it is Marco Beltrami. He was back to do the music for this one too. So, who better to recreate it?
Yeah. It's not exactly the same house, Sid.
Nope. I guess that's how they do their upper camera setups. Well, that bed just got broke. This is a nice little moment here too. Again, Ghostface just completely fucking with her again. I mean, it's bad enough she's suffering from post-traumatic stress, but then you're gonna add this little bit here with the Maureen Prescott's bedroom, which we never saw in the first movie, of course.
No, so she got killed in the bedroom. God damn.
Yeah.
And who would know better than how the crime scene went than the man that orchestrated the shit?
Exactly. And then you get that.
Oh well, reminiscent to Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yep.
Which that scene fucked me up when I first saw it.
Oh, dude! Remember when I first saw Nightmare on Elm Street? I just remember just being freaked out by Freddy Krueger sometimes, because some of the stuff he did in that original film. I mean, that scene where he's literally butchering that woman while she was asleep. He's like flying around on the ceiling and everything. I was like, holy fuck.
Iconic.
Yeah. As soon as he's that first slash, you're just like, okay, that's not good.
And and it's funny because people are talking about, like, oh my god, like, yeah, while Robert Englund's still alive, we need to do something with Nightmare on Elm Street. And I'm like, go fucking watch New Nightmare.
Yeah.
Like, that's the recall right there. Like
yeah, New Nightmare was just a fucking classic movie. That was one of the best sequels they did.
I'm sorry, I really got no interest in seeing. Like, I love Robert Englund, but I got no interest in seeing 70-year-old Robert Englund be Freddy and Heather Langenkamp come back, which I'm surprised they haven't done yet.
I'd be surprised if we pull off. I mean, think about this. Robert Englund is like, he's 74 right now.
Exactly. Like you think Robert Englund can? You think he wants to sit in that chair for like 10 hours a day? Like, no, bro. Like,
his last movie as Freddy was Freddy versus Jason, and I thought that was a pretty good final hurrah for him as Freddy in that movie because he was pretty damn fucking intimidating in that.
Yeah, well, I mean, I got problems with the movie itself. I think they made Jason look like a schmuck, but
Well, that was the film director's call. He
uh,
even didn't want Kane Hodder in there, which pissed me off. How can you not have Kane Hodder as Jason in that? And the guy they ended up getting was the guy that Jason threw around in part 8.
and I'm
And that,
not, and the guy didn't do a bad job, but I'm just like, bro, clearly something like who did Ken Hodder piss off? That's what I want to know because
I wish I knew.
they like apparently this person like was dead to like Kane's not doing this movie. Like, why not?
I'm gonna
They literally said yeah, like the person was like, yeah, Kane, yeah, he's not doing this movie.
I'm gonna look into it. I'm gonna see what happens because who's the director of this? Oh, Ronnie Yu.
Ronnie, you,
That's
yeah.
the guy that did Bride of Chucky. Okay, let me see. Let me see why did he not get Kane Hodder? I'm gonna read into this. Okay, here we go. Casting Jason. So New Line thinking that Freddy versus Jason needed a fresh start. They chose a different actor to play Jason. Sean S. Cunningham, to his credit, disagreed with the decision, saying that Kane Hodder should have been the guy to play Jason. So this was a studio call initially. Wow. All right, Lance Hendrickson here, man. The amount of movies he's been in that we've watched over the years, and some of them are really solid classics. I mean, you can just lose. You can count most of them in your hands, you know, like Aliens, first Terminator movie, Near Dark, Hard Target. This guy's been in a lot of good movies.
Oh god, this did not age well.
What are you saying right there?
Ugh.
And this is the thing I'm pointing out, right? Because I was reading the Wikipedia on Scream 3, right? When you look at the post 2017 reevaluation, it's kind of like I said, Wes Craven was kind of ahead of his time when it comes to pointing out some of the bullshit that goes on with some of these filmmakers. Like, yes, of course, the fucking Harvey Weinstein, because after all, this guy did produce the majority of these Scream movies. And like I said, they had that scandal, and and in 2017, one of the critics noticed that the character who Lance Hendrickson was playing was kind of similar to what the fuck's going on right now. So this movie kind of dabbled into that whole dark side stuff behind the scenes, you know?
That's why, that's why I wanted to be an actor, but after hearing about Hollywood and allegedly the things you have to do, it's like, yeah,
Yeah.
this ain't for me. Like, I'm sorry. Like, when I see people like Jennifer Lawrence get credit for being this great actress, so I'm like, she's okay. And she gets an Oscar, and I'm like, okay, clearly that's a person that slept her way to the top.
I mean, for
And
me,
again,
like,
Meryl Streep.
yeah.
Meryl Streep is another one I think who she's been slept her way to the top. I mean, again, no disrespect to Meryl Streep. I like Meryl Streep, but some of those Oscar nods she would get, it's like she's okay, but I know the point where I feel like every fucking year Meryl Streep was nominated for Best Actress, and it's like, yo, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, there's a lot. Like I said, there was a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes because if you think about it, Harvey Weinstein was also one of the board members of the Oscar stuff. So you could say part of that was the reason too.
In fact, wait, didn't Rose McGowan, did she get Weinstein? Wasn't she like one of the first people to talk about how that Weinstein literally tried to derail her career?
Yes, it was. Here it says here, noted that Rose McGowan, who appeared in the first Scream, later accused Weinstein of raping her in the hotel room a year after the movie was out. And in
Mm.
2017, she received $100,000 in a settlement as a result of this attack. So, yeah, a lot of shit went down when he was running things. You know what I mean?
Weinstein. I know Ashley Judd came out as an accuser.
Yeah, a lot of them.
Um,
And think about this too. The chick that was in, she was in that horror film Mimic. The lead actress in
oh,
that.
Mira Sorino.
Yeah. And after that movie, where does she end up? Where's she gone? Because it turned out, because I watched that documentary that they did about that piece of shit that's in jail right now. If they refused his advances because he had so much, put clout behind him when it comes to the stuff that he could do, he could blackball someone at a moment's notice if they didn't do some things a certain way.
Absolutely, yeah. If you don't do some favors, like, I think that even I think some male actors I think done some weird shit. To I mean, like there's been rumors about Will Smith for the longest time.
It's a lot of it going around, man. I mean, like for me, I mean, as you know, I'm trying to get into the industry as an actor. I'm
Of course,
just,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'm just me. I'm doing it because it's something I like to do. I mean, I found something that I enjoy doing, and I found something that I'm happy to do. So if I do make it far, cool. I'll just be happy just to have something going for me. But it all depends on how well I do on this current course I'm on right now. But yeah, I gotta be aware of some of the stuff that goes on. Try not to fall into those pitfalls. But
All
anyway,
right, so they're all at this party.
yeah, and I think it's Roman Bridges' birthday. I think this is a birthday bash, right? Because I
I'm sorry,
remember.
I'm sorry, folks. I'm just not into this one.
No, I don't blame you, dude. I mean, like I said, this movie again. People say it's the weakest one in the series.
I tried. Like
I
I
know.
tried to get into it, but I just don't know. I just don't know what it is. Like just something. Like we keep saying, something is just missing. Like maybe it's Kevin Williamson's writing. Maybe it's the cast. Like I'm not really fucking with this cast right now.
I,
No one's really standing out in the cast.
I
Um,
I firmly believe it's because of what happened 2 years prior to its release. It caused a lot of outrage. I guess a lot of the people involved in this was
what outrage?
well, like I said, I'll read you the bit here. I'll read you the bit where it says, right. It says here, um, where is it? Right. Unlike the previous Scream films, there was an increased emphasis on the comedic elements in this installment. The violence and horror was reduced in response to an increased public scrutiny about the violence in media following the Columbine High School massacre. And like I said, if you look at the Scream franchise series as a whole, there is a bit where it says about it had its controversies when it pertains to people actually going out and copying the shit for real.
Look, I'm sorry. I just think that let's be pussies because two virgins who are pissed off because no one wanted to play basketball, picked them up for basketball games, wanted to shoot up a school. Yeah. Let's do that. Like I don't like this whole kowtow and
Yeah,
bullshit. Like
I mean,
I don't like that.
I know, but that seems to have been that incident was the final straw. But there was a couple other incidents that led up to it. I mean, it says here, in '98, a 16-year-old and a 14-year-old cousin stabbed Mario's mother 45 times, killing her. The case became known as the Scream murder and fell under intense media scrutiny after the boys claimed they were inspired by the first two Scream movies. They
Oh,
had the
okay.
costume, the voice changer, you name it, they had it.
Okay, now that's a little bit different.
Yeah, that's some of the controversies that surrounded this franchise as a whole. The last controversy incident was in November of 2001, a year after this, where some guy in a Ghostface costume murdered a 15-year-old after she rejected his romantic advances. So that's what I mean about the controversy stuff about this. And that's why, because of the scrutiny that they had in the media about it, that's why this one was very tame compared to what we saw, the last two times.
Yeah, like I do remember like the early 2000s, like horror. It was still doing good, but
Yeah.
I definitely felt everything was going to PG-13.
Yeah, I mean, like, think about this. We're at that time now where we were starting to see the rise of Marvel movies. We started seeing a lot more big budget blockbuster films. 2003 was the fucking year of sequels. I mean, we were getting like sequels fucking left, right, and center. And I think it was 2006 where I guess you could say horror had a resurgence again, because you had filmmakers from other countries taking a stab at doing some movies. I mean, look at the guy who did the remake of Hills Have Eyes.
Yeah.
That was pretty damn good. And even Wes Craven enjoyed it. They did things in that one that he didn't even think of before. So there was, I guess you could say, there was a bit of an increase in horror movies during the mid-2000s, but in the early 2000s, I think you could say the only franchise during that time period after Scream that was still holding it down for horror would be the Final Destination movies during that early 2000 period. And then Saw came along, and then
now wait a minute. Now that's the one thing that confused me. Okay, she just checked his pulse. Like how?
Yeah,
I mean, I guess. I mean, maybe he kind of put some prosthetic over it, or so. I just don't.
I think maybe he did put a bit of prosthetic on his arm, so you can't determine the pulse.
Yeah, because you can't play dead. Like,
I mean, I know for a fact that when I was playing around with makeup effects when I was doing a short
well, there you go. Like she just admitted. Like we just talked about that. She just admitted that she fucked the director to get the lead role, Sydney.
There you go.
And I'm like that. Wait, that's how it is. That's how it is.
It is what it is in some of these cases. And
that cancels her out.
Yeah. But again, you see what I mean about these kills not being as extreme as the last two for its time. I mean, when you want to talk, I mean, that's fucking tame, isn't it? Where's a lot of the blood splatter? Look at Scream 1 when you saw fucking Drew Barrymore getting stabbed. She was a bloody ass mess.
And then to go for the comedic effect, both screaming. It's like, okay.
Yeah, don't forget, in 2000, this was also around the time Scary Movie was around. I think that came out I think Scary Movie came out about a month or two after Scream 3, I would say. Let me just confirm that. Because Scream 3 came out in February of 2000. That must hurt having that in the back of the head. Anyway, Scary Movie, right? Yeah, Scary Movie came out in July of 2000, so about 4 months after Scream 3.
Well, oh shit!
Yeah, that's gonna hurt. He just spiked power drive himself.
That literally might be the most brutal death of the movie.
No doubt.
Like, legit broke his fucking neck.
Yeah, and then he threw him out the balcony just for good measure. You hear his skull cracking on the ground. I mean, how this dude is able to get from one place to another that quick is just baffling, you know?
And I'll say this too. I mean, it actually is refreshing that it's only just one killer.
Yeah. Like I said, it's the only one in the series where it's just one guy. And that kind of makes it a little more intenser, I guess you could say. Because if you just narrow it down to one person, it could be fucking anybody.
Shoot the fucking mirror!
Shoot the window, you fucking idiot! What are you doing? Movie logic for you folks.
Okay, that was pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. That was pretty good. That was pretty good.
Yeah.
That Courtney Cox can't scream for shit.
She did a little bit better than what she did on the last one, I'll say, but nowhere near as good.
She don't got the lung. She don't got the lungs for it.
No, she don't. She truly don't. I mean, I could probably scream, but I would blow my voice out.
Oh no, like being able to scream in a horror film, like it takes
a lot.
People don't understand how exhausting probably being a final girl probably is.
Yeah, and another thing you gotta take into account too is that sometimes you gotta do that scream scene more than once, and you can imagine how messed up your voice is gonna be afterwards.
Oh, absolutely.
You gotta take a lot of strepsils for that. Should have been a bit more bloodier, if you ask me. Oh, that's just me.
Bro, why does this feel like? Why does this? Some of this shit kind of feels like I'm watching Scooby Doo.
I don't know why, man. But
I get Scooby Doo vibes, like secret passageways, secret rooms, and everyone's splitting off, and it's like, where are you? Got some work to do now. Like,
yeah, it feels like a haunted mansion, doesn't it? Another thing, whose mansion is this? Is it the film? Is it Lance Hendrickson's or Roman Pritchard's?
I think this is Lance Henriksen's house.
Yeah, because it looks pretty damn expensive too. Again, comedy stuff for this. Wait, this is what I mean. Like they like I said on there, there's like a stronger emphasis on the humor. And
get the fuck out of here with that.
Again.
Actually, you know what?
Bullet yet again. The amount of times this dude could have fucking died, you know?
Exactly. Like another tease of Dewey's death there.
Yep. And again, like I said, this film is more heavily focused on the humor aspects, right? And
on humor, like it's clearly not taking itself as serious, which
this is what I mean.
It can work, but
this is the point I was saying to you a while back, man. When you have a film where it has too much humor, it can potentially fuck up the film. I mean, look at I'll give you a good example. The recent Predator movie. Too much humor for its own good.
Oh, fuck that movie. Fuck that movie with no fucking lube.
I mean, I don't mind the action scenes, but man, that movie was just, you know? And you do know they're making a new one, right?
Yeah.
But this one's like a prequel set during like the 1700s, and I think it's a Disney Plus only. So, I mean, if we ever plan on doing a watch along of that, I'll have to get Disney Plus. I think it's out in July. Here's the thing, though. It's being directed by the guy that did 10 Cloverfield Lane. So, you never know.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's all good, Danny. But I've been burned so many times with the Predator films. I'm like, I'll never again.
Yeah, fair enough.
Like Predators was shit. The Predator was dookie Dookie water shit. And this next film is going to be shit. The only Predator films that this man that's talking to you and to the people that's watching this, the only Predator films I know is 1 and 2. That's it.
I ain't gonna argue that. The first two are the best ones. Can Roger Jackson being intimidating?
Roger Jackson is great as usual.
Oh yeah, like I said, he really knows how to turn it on.
But think about that, bro. Damn, like I could just come. I don't have to be on set. I don't have to be in the movie. I could just go to a studio and just record these lines and post, and I can go home. That's a sweet fucking gig.
Yeah, I mean, so you think about it. I've heard sometimes I've heard that voice acting work is actually more lucrative than doing film stuff
Oh
because
hell yeah!
it's a very high demand job. I mean, you've got a lot of these voice actors that put on the works for video games. Hell, you even got some of these well-known actors that we've all grown up watching. They've done some voice work in the past, and it's actually quite an easy thing to do. Well, maybe not in terms of voice acting work, but when it comes to just being relaxed and everything, you just go in the studio, record what you got to do. If you screw up your lines, no worries. You can just practice again. It's all in the cadence of your voice, your diction, and how you carry your voice over work. And sometimes it can be very effective. And if you got the right voice for the right character, then it becomes something special. Like in
Yes.
this guy. There's a reason why they got this guy for all 5 movies. Can you imagine somebody else doing Ghostface? It wouldn't work.
Yes. Looking at you, Scream TV series.
I mean, even this dude's like 64 now, and he can still turn it on.
He's only 64?
Yeah.
Oh.
I think I could tell you what other work he's done. You'd probably be surprised with some of the stuff he has done. So I can find it. Hang on. Damn it. Hang on a minute. I'm going to type it in. All right, Roger L. Jackson. I was wrong. He's 63. I was close. Best known for being as Ghostface in Scream. He was in the 3rd season of Scream, believe it or not. He was the translator voice in Mars Attacks. That was his first film gig.
Nice.
And as far as TV work goes, he was. Oh wow! I didn't realize this. He was Mojojo and Powerpuff Girls.
Wait, he was Mojo Jojo?
Yeah.
God damn! I did not know that.
I didn't either.
He was he was Mojo Jojo. That is crazy.
Yeah, he was in Dexter's Laboratory. And as far as video games, dude, he's been in a shitload of video games. He was in the Mass Effect trilogy. I did not fucking know that. He was in Sam and Max, Darkness 2. Oh wow, he was in Fallout 4, Red Dead Redemption 2. This is predominantly voice acting work that he's done.
Yeah, so he's probably made a lot of money.
Yeah, he's made a living doing that. See, this is what I mean. If you've got a good put my teeth back in. If you've got a good voice, you can make a living just doing that. And he's one of those examples.
Like I said, now I'm like, oh, it's Patrick Dempsey. Like at this point, I'm convinced it's him.
Oh man, I was too. I was like thinking, man, don't trust him. So I was expecting him to like pull the gun out at this point. The way he was looking then,
Yeah,
but then that quickly got dismissed when he's putting up a fight. Oh, the way he just looks at me, he's like, "Bitch, you did not just take a shot at me like that."
Jesus Christ.
Damn.
Is this the reveal scene? Oh yeah, this is I think this is it.
We're
Yeah,
beating up
we are. Yeah, we are. Where are we at now, Paul?
an hour and 35.
We're almost there.
Sorry if we're not into this very much, guys. It's just that this one's just doesn't quite hit the spot with me, man.
It doesn't. Like I said, I tried. I really tried. But after watching this again, it's like now I remember not liking this as much. It's not the acting. It's not that acting's fine. It's just I'm just not the biggest fan. Like I said, the biggest thing is the cast. Like everybody that just died, no one stood out to me. At least in Scream 1, Scream 2, characters stood out.
Yeah.
None of them, nobody stood out except for the originals. Um,
And it's a shame, really, because this movie had all the elements to be a good one.
Now, what if it was Marine Prescott that was the killer in this? Now that would have been a good idea.
Yeah.
That I would have been all for. Yeah, Paul. When I saw this, so yeah, when I saw this, I was like, "It's this guy."
Like I said, the two hints I had was that phone call with the casting read through, and that script getting printed, getting faxed out. That was my two indications that it could have been the filmmaker at the time. And then when we got the review, I was just like, "Yep, I fucking knew it."
and it's her brother.
Yeah.
It's like okay,
Fucked up
now
family.
we're stretching this now.
Yeah.
Now we're reaching right now.
Yeah, they went for the whole dysfunctional family route. Let's put it like it is. There you go.
Man, it's Roman. And at first I was like him? Oh fuck. And the thing, it was going to be Stu. Like, god damn it.
God, I wish it was Stu at this point. Hey, Stu, come back in the next one. All's forgiven.
And if you see Matthew Little on Twitter, like he wants to come back.
Dude, I really hope they do reach out to do that because
If they could bring fucking Skeet Ulrich back, they could bring Matthew Lillard back.
Because again, like I said, right, him being dead, that was left ambiguous.
I disagree with that, but yeah.
We can argue that point all day long. We've done that before, man. But I'm just saying.
Hey, Paul, let me drop a TV on your head. See if I'll be ambiguous.
Well, if that day
exactly.
Happened to me, then okay, maybe I'll write back to you then. But you never know, man. But yeah, there you go. He's basically saying that it was him all along that did what he had to do. But as you said, he had no idea that Billy and Stu were going to make their own movie.
Oh my god, Patrick Dempsey was fucking useless here.
Unfortunately. Harvey Weinstein. Lance Hendrickson.
Oh yeah. Which again, like some parts of this movie did not age well at all.
Unfortunately, this is one of them. 22 years on.
I mean, to be fair, I'm not gonna go there.
Nah. There's your final cut. That should have been a lot more bloodier, though. Come on.
That's the most blood that we've seen in this goddamn movie.
No, I think the most blood was when that black dude got stabbed.
Oh yeah.
I mean, come on, man. We've seen better neck slices than that on the Scream movie. Fuck. Look at poor Kenny on the first one. That was a lot bloodier than that.
Again, fucking Scooby-Doo, like.
Yep. Why are you so upset about the life that you start? I mean, you're a fucking successful filmmaker. How is that a fucking... Oh, forget it.
Guy's acting like a whiny bitch right now.
Yeah, I know, right? Like, I mean, okay, all right, fine. Your mother slammed the door in your fucking face, but you went on to be a successful filmmaker, so why go for this fucking route? You know what I'm just saying?
It doesn't make sense. Like,
why would you
like you said, like you said, like he obviously recovered pretty well from that.
Yeah, he's done pretty fucking good for himself, but no, it's like he feels like the life he wanted got stolen from him.
How the fuck did he miss?
Good question. I gotta admit though, she put up a fucking fight in this one. Like,
yeah, I will say this is out the Scream movies. Like, this is the one where she actually have a legit fight.
Yeah, like she's fucking throwing punches. He's fucking throwing punches right back. It's like they got fucking down and dirty here on this.
Listen, look, man,
Probably the only nasty fight scene in this movie.
You know, and what's funny, you cannot do this scene today.
No.
I remember one of the most bullshit things about the new Uncharted game was when you had to fight Nina from motherfucking Uncharted. Have you played Uncharted? Like the new Uncharted game?
Oh, the fourth one.
Yeah.
Yeah, Thieves' End.
I haven't played
the fourth one yet. I've played the first three, but I'm not playing.
There's this motherfucking character named Nina, right? Where you have to fight her, right?
Yeah.
You don't get one hit in. Like, that's literally the level. You don't get one. She beats the shit out of you.
So how are you supposed to...
But she's blocking everything, every punch. Like, when I play the game, I'm like, this is fucking ridiculous. Patrick Dempsey's fucking useless. He's knocked out again.
Sounds like Abby.
Oh, man, Paul, don't get me started on that.
I just went there. I know. You saw my live stream when we did it, man. You saw how I reacted to that shit.
Fuck Abby, man. Fuck that storyline. And oh, man, I'm trying to keep my cool.
Hard to do when we're not getting into this movie, bro.
I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I'm like, I would have been like, did they really just fucking kill Sydney?
Yeah, how many of us here thought that was it?
I'm not gonna lie. When I saw this, I'm like, this can't be it.
The killer.
Now, fun fact, Paul. Apparently, Neve Campbell did it again when she stabs him with the ice pick.
Oh no, she did it again.
She did it again. So when you hear him scream out,
That's
like
legit.
he's legit screaming out. So I'm like, damn, never did it a fucking again. Like when she stabbed Ski over, she legit stabbed him, and now she legit stabs
And have you
just listen to him scream when he gets stabbed. Like that shit don't sound like acting.
and I will say this: have you noticed on the next two movies they made sure she never had anything sharp again for attack?
Yeah. Watch, here it
it.
comes. Here it comes.
That's the exact phone I used to have. And that fucking ringtone. Ow!
Yeah, you can hear it. You can hear it, bro. Like,
ow! Just fucking ow!
You could hear it, bro. Like she legit stabbed that motherfucker, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're like, yeah, damn, like you're no longer stabbing people.
Hey, note to self: if I'm working with her on a Scream movie, I'll make sure that she doesn't have anything sharp. I don't want to get stabbed, especially with a tattoo on my back. Like, no.
like she like apparently did not stab him where she was supposed to. Like it's crazy.
Yeah.
Like it's like she did. It happens to Scott. What happens to Skeet? It's like, yo.
Yeah, and this bit here where they're kind of like, almost like this little embrace bit they have going on here.
Embrace my black ass. Like you only known him for like what 5 minutes. Like what's there to embrace?
I mean, this bit here where they do the hand.
I wipe my ass with. Okay, all right.
It's a bit of a cringe, I know.
How much longer, Paul? How much longer?
10 minutes.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Okay, all right, cool. Now I will say this though, I was happy that Dewey did actually kill the killer.
Yeah.
I was happy about that. Like, yay! Finally, let Dewey fucking do something.
This guy got shot a lot of times. He's even saying "fucking kill me."
No, he said you can't fucking kill me.
Oh right, I thought he said "fucking kill me" at first.
I'm like, awesome. Yes, you finally let Dewey do something. Now, that's the one good thing I will say about Scream 3. Is this is the most active Gale and Dewey were in this franchise. So that's the one good thing about this, that we got to see more of Dewey and Gale.
Yeah, it was more like their story in a sense.
Yes.
Which I can get behind. Yeah, I can get behind that.
I can definitely get behind that because I like those characters. So
I gotta admit though, the house she's got is nice, but house in the middle of the woods. If there's one thing Friday the 13th and Evil Dead taught me, don't have a house in the fucking woods.
Oh man, Paul, I'm not gonna lie to you. This hurts.
What, this here?
This scene hurts, and you know why?
Because of those two?
Yeah. Yes, and knowing what I know.
You can go ahead and tell me, man.
Dewey, the last film.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know, man.
This was this like I said, this is very sweet, and they were already married at this time, but
exactly. And think about this too, for better or for worse, for this movie, depending on what side of the fence you are, whether you like the movie or not. For a lot of years, we thought this was it.
And you could tell, you could tell with this ending, you could tell.
Yeah.
That they thought this was going to be it.
For 10 fucking years, guys, we thought this was it. So, I mean, when Scream 4 got announced, what the hell was going through your head? For me, it was just like, are you shitting me? Are we really going to do this?
I was like, it's 11 years, 11 years late, but all right.
Let's see how it goes. And
Yeah, let's see how this, that's exactly what, let's see how this goes. And we will get to that, next week. But
oh,
yeah, clearly you could tell that this was clearly supposed to be the end. Like
yeah.
Sydney's happy now. She's no longer scared.
Music.
The upbeat music, the cheesy ass music. You know, Dale and Dewey and Courtney and
Yeah, like everybody.
And it looks like her and Patrick Dempsey are together. It's like.
And she won't even set the alarm.
She won't even set the alarm.
I'm pretty sure these two got married. Because how do you explain having kids in the fifth one?
And the door opens, and she's not even sweating it anymore.
Yeah, she's just like, whatever.
Yeah, like I said, you could definitely tell that this was meant to be the last.
It was, yeah. Like I said, for a lot of years, that's what we all believed. And there it is. Scream 3.
Scream 3.
Well,
and then we ended off with a modern at the time rendition of Red Right Hand.
Yep. And like I said, for a few years, I felt this movie didn't quite hit the spot. And watching it now, I still feel the same way.
I'm not gonna lie to you, Paul. If this was gonna be the last film, and knowing what I know now, like this movie came out. If this movie came out 23 years, like if this was when it came out last week, I would have been like, "Fuck that."
Dude, if I was in there, I'd have been like, "Fuck off! I'm getting my money back."
It's like, yeah, Courtney Cox Arquette. Yeah, I mean, I'm like, it's okay, but that's not how I envisioned. Like I said, what I did not like was like the whole backstory of Maureen Fresco. I didn't really care because we never really got to know the character.
So what's the point having him in there?
Exactly. Like I didn't give a fuck. I thought out the three films, this was the weakest cast. Like I never outside of Randy and the originals, I never cared about anybody. Well, okay, never mind. Okay, Parker Posey. I cared about because she was actually entertaining.
She was good. I'll say that.
Yeah, she was entertaining. The kills was definitely toned down. That kill and I didn't feel like. Well, and then of course I'm sure I'll Paul, like the soundtrack is good.
The soundtrack in this one, I thought it was great.
I didn't the whole bright, polished, humorous tone they tried to go. You can tell this movie wasn't as serious as the first two movies were.
Here's the thing, right? The first two movies, they managed to balance the comedy and the horror perfectly. This one outweighed more one over the other. And we all know the reason why.
Yeah. I mean, I thought Neve Campbell was fine, figuratively and literally. I thought, I mean, Courtney Cox and David Arquette, they carried this movie for the most part. Well, them and Parker Posey carried this film for the most part. But you could tell the movie didn't take itself seriously. Like, you got fucking Jay and Silent Bob in there. You got, Carrie Fisher in there. It's like, okay. It's like Scream was always spoofy, but I felt like they were going a little overboard.
Yeah, they were definitely jumping the shark with that one.
And and Roman being the killer, like, okay, I get what they were going for. But I just felt a little underwhelmed that he just came across to me as a whiny bitch, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I was saying it earlier. Like, okay, so your mum told you to fuck off. She wants nothing to do with you. You managed to turn your life around by becoming a successful filmmaker. So why are you pissed off?
Why? Yeah, why are you so mad?
Why are you mad at me? I would kill to have a fucking successful run at something like that.
And you want to ruin it because you want to.
You want
okay.
the life that you want a normal life. You felt like the life you had is not the one that you want right now. Like, what the fuck, dude? You're a fucking filmmaker. Be happy you got a successful run at something. Fuck, man.
And this is what happens when again, crazy ass fans and a couple virgins in Columbine who yeah, as you can see, folks, I wasn't really feeling this one. I really wish Kevin Williamson did come back. The direction was fine. Wes Craven was fine directing wise.
But Williamson was writing when Scream 3 came out. Let me see what he was doing.
Yeah, I know he was bombarded with a lot of projects. Hell, I think he was involved with some of the writing for Halloween H2O.
Yes, he was. He was the executive producer.
Which I could tell.
Writer.
Which I could tell because Halloween H2O did feel like Scream sometimes.
Yeah. And 5 years after Scream 3, he did he was the producer of Cursed, but he was also the writer of that, and he was also did another film called Venom, not related to the Marvel characters. This is another film called that. It was like a horror. I think I only watched that once on TV.
And I know he wrote very underrated TV show, The Following. I know he wrote that series.
Yes,
with Kevin Bacon, which I thought it only had 3 seasons, but it got canceled. Like, oh man, I got so mad that shit got canceled.
Dude, there were a few shows that I liked watching that got canceled. Like, this may sound funny for some of them, but do you remember a TV series called Revolution, where all the power goes out?
It's wait, did the power literally go out?
Yeah, like all the power in the world went out, all the electricity and everything.
I thought you meant like your power went out.
No. Oh, they only lasted 2 seasons.
Oh, the Revolution.
Good. Yeah,
that sounds good though.
Hang on, let me get you the information tab. I'm gonna put it in your chat box. I have both TV shows. They only lasted for like 2 seasons, and they did a final season, but in the form of a comic book. But it's pretty fucking gnarly. But there you go. It's right there. It's in your chat box. The guy that was in it also is also the guy that played the villain in Far Cry 6. He was a villain in this show as well. So, that's another show that got cut off too soon. You had that reboot of V, which was actually not bad. Mm-hmm. Jericho would be another that they cut off too soon. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and go there and do this, but even that Terminator TV series was fun.
The Sarah Connor Chronicles?
Yeah, I got both seasons of that too.
I remember liking a couple episodes, but then I just kind of just drifted apart.
Interesting thing, the guy that played John Connor in that show, he was in another horror series. I don't know if you've ever heard of it. It's called Laid to Rest. He's like a Chrome Skull dude.
Yeah, I heard of it. Yeah.
Yeah, they were really good. I got both of those somewhere. He was also in the Nightmare on Elm Street remake. He was the guy who ended up in jail and had his like chest blown out by Freddy Krueger.
Oh, it was that mother.
Yeah, that's the guy that played John Connor.
I just want, and now that you brought up the Nightmare on Elm Street remake, Rudy Mara, fucking terrible.
Here's the thing. All right, I'm gonna drop my thoughts on that Nightmare on Elm Street remake. Here's the thing. As far as who they got to play Freddy Krueger, I felt that was the right choice. My problem with it is that it didn't get a lot to do. They had the intimidation right. They had the horror parts right. the story just felt a little bit weak, and Freddie didn't have a lot to do. They had the right guy to do it, though.
Yeah, Jackie Earl Haley was not the problem.
Yeah.
What my problem was, I remember me and Arlo did a review on it. I might have to re-review. I do remember. I do remember hating Rooney Mara. I do remember. I heard dry, no personality ass. Like I'll never forget the scene, bro. When oh god, it was one scene when she. I think it was the scene when it was snowing in her room.
Oh
And
yeah.
she was just, and then she was just looking around with no emotion, no expression, and I'm like, oh god, the fact that did she play the girl with dragon tattoo?
Yeah, I think she was.
Like, how the fuck are you getting acting roles? Like, oh,
I don't know, dude. I really don't know. And the funny thing is, the guy who directed the movie, that was the only movie he directed.
understandably so, because he fucking sucked.
He does a lot of music videos, but that's about it.
Yeah, people who do music videos, when they try to transition to movies, it doesn't translate well. It does not work. It does not work.
Here's the thing: that can kind of be argued with the guy that did Texas Chainsaw and the Friday the 13th remake, Marcus Nispo. He was a music video director. And
there's some exceptions to the rule, but 9 times out of 10, when they try to be movie directors, it does not go well. I mean,
yeah. And Zack Snyder, he was like a TV advert director before he broke in. Just a few examples there, you know.
Zack Snyder.
Yeah.
Zack Snyder, who is a sub to the channel, so shout out to. I'm not gonna say anything bad about Zack Snyder,
yeah,
because you never know, Paul. I mean, you never know. So,
he did that pretty cool remake of Dawn of the Dead, you know, and that Army of the Dead was not too bad.
Oh, that Dawn of the Dead remake was fucking great. That definitely one of my favorite remakes. Do you think they died in the end, Paul?
Dude, the way those zombies fucking charged at them, and they had no ammo, no fuel. What are you gonna do?
I mean, they left it ambiguous, but I think that
I don't know.
I think they died personally.
Yeah, I think they did too. Because if we watch those credits, those zombies are mean mugging the fuck out of that camera.
Man, if I was a zombie, I would have so much fun with that shit.
Dude, like that. Here's the thing: when I heard Dawn of the Dead was getting remade, at first I was like, I don't know if this is gonna work. I mean, I did like the remake of Night of the Living Dead that Tom Savini did, so I thought, okay, let's go watch this. 10 minutes into the film, shit's hitting the fan right away, and I'm just like, holy shit, this is actually really good.
It was really good, man.
I was just blown the fuck away by it. I mean, I have the director's cut on Blu-ray, and man, I haven't watched it for a while. I'm kind of itching on the idea of that.
Yeah,
but kind of itching for it.
but yeah, so yeah, that's Scream 3. Paul, you want to give some final thoughts on Scream 3?
Well, here's the thing. Like I said, when I was 16, when I first saw it, it was Scream. So, you know, being young, I was just like, yeah, this movie's pretty cool. But looking at it now, and I guess because I'm now doing like a drama course, I kind of look at things a little critical. It did feel like it was the weakest one of the bunch. And yeah, okay, it had some of its cool moments. Courtney Cox and David Arquette, they definitely carried this movie, and so did the one that played Sidney Prescott's actress double in that film set thing.
Don't you mean Gail Parker Posey?
Yeah, Parker Posey. She was good in that too. Roger L. Jackson, once again, as Ghostface. I can't say nothing bad about him doing his voice work because he can turn it on. It just, I don't know, man. It just felt that the story was just very weak. Could have been a lot better. You had the ingredients there, but again, I feel it's because of the time that it came out in and because of the circumstances that happened leading up to what happened to this. I reckon that's why the film suffered quite a bit.
Well, with me, I already said, I thought, yeah, the story was, the kills definitely suffered because of the Hollywood, bowing out. Like I said, I thought the acting was fine. I thought, like Paul just said, Courtney Cox and Derek had carried the film. Nev Campbell, when she is there, was fine. Didn't really give a fuck about anybody. I thought trying to add this backstory to Maureen Prescott was unnecessary. Roman is the most pussy ass killer in this franchise.
I just find it very confusing that he just wanted to get payback, even though he managed to turn his life around and be successful.
Yes,
Are you gonna be mad?
yes, absolutely. And I was just not the big fan. You could tell, the tone, you could tell it was more humorous. And I understand it's the last one. You want to be bigger and, bigger and brighter and all that stuff. But that's the one that I did appreciate about Scream 4, that they went back to the basics. And
Yeah.
And spoiler alert, Scream 4 is my second favorite. So
yeah, I'm right there with you.
Yeah, Scream 1996 and Scream 4. That's my two favorite ones. So I'll definitely be looking forward to. Well, we'll definitely look forward to do that movie, and plus get to see Hayden Panettiere next week. So I'm happy.
Yeah.
So yeah, Paul. Anything you want to plug in?
Yeah, guys, if you want to see some video game streams, go on Twitch, type in Gorehound 1983. I'm sure James will let you guys know about that in the chat. I'm currently streaming the Last Stand Aftermath zombie game. I'm kind of getting myself prepared for Dying Light 2, which I'm hoping to get February 3rd. Hopefully, if Keemel will accept my request. But either way, that's the next big one for me to stream. But if you want to see some cool video games and me talking about whatever whenever somebody interacts, then that's where you'll find me.
And of course, this is the Primetime Podcast. You can check out the Primetime Podcast 52 that the guys and I did this past Tuesday. And of course, we'll be back next Tuesday for another episode of the Primetime Podcast. And going to try to aim for next Friday for Scream 4.
Yes, sir.
And I believe that's Sunday, Paul, if you can. I think that we can have our Scream 5 discussion, if you'll be down for that.
Scream 5 discussion Sunday? Yeah, I'll be there.
Okay, cool. Like it's a possibility. Like we'll see, but and then by February, we could do some Valentine Day watch-alongs, because I'm ever since we brought up Valentine, I've been itching to shit on that film. So
yeah, I'm still gonna track that down on Blu-ray, but I do have the good news is I do have the original and remake of My Bloody Valentine. I did find them.
Good man. All right, well, y'all. Hopefully, you guys have enjoyed this watch-along. Yeah, probably just me and Paul just kind of shitting all over Scream 3. Like, keep in mind, okay, look, I tried. Like, after that ending when they killed Kyle Weary, I was like, okay, all right. But I tried, folks. I just couldn't get into it.
Well, you heard me, man. We were just, when we started talking about other stuff, it was just like, yeah, we're done with this movie right now.
That didn't help either, Paul. Because I literally just watched that before I watched Scream 3. So it's like, so yeah,
hey, it happens, guys. Sometimes we're going to be watching movies where we're going to be really super into it, and we might be watching movies where we're just going to be like, okay, let's see how we can take this fucker apart. It's going to happen.
Yeah,
folks. That's how it is.
It will happen. Oh, well, it will happen. Believe me, it will. So yeah, hit that like and subscribe button. And then, of course, for all the people watching in the chat, please, of course, hit the like, subscribe button. Share this video as well. Don't forget to donate. And I'll see y'all next week for the Primetime Podcast. And me and Paul will see y'all next week for Scream 4. So I hope everyone has a safe weekend. And also, don't forget to subscribe to my Primetime James Thomas YouTube channel because I may upload my match for tomorrow. It's going to be a 6-person tag.
I got to see that.
Yes, I'm definitely looking forward to it. And then, so yeah, that's it. Again, have a good weekend. We are out. Peace.
Till next time.